I'm not saying that you need to pull for Fish One Lightcone, but did you read it? Did you read what it does? Even like as zero? Holy, what is that? That like increases your survivability and also applies like a new effect, totally new, that is not even possible to do like in the other with the other light cone. What the hell? But you don't need it. But you know what I mean? Like I mean, save more jades, I guess. You don't need it, but with it, you're gonna be eating good. You're gonna be eating really good. And that also changes your rope, I believe, because you get how much it was. I think it was 12%. You get 12% energy recharge from the light cone. That way you can probably ditch. I don't know. I'm not a theory crafter, so this is like just thinking about it, right? You can probably ditch the energy recharge rope if you're able to charge the ult really fast. I don't know how fast it's gonna be the ult. I believe is there a way to check like the energy that Fish One has? I don't. Is there a way? I believe there is a way, but I don't know if we know that or not. Skill. Wait, maybe we can check on the skill, right? Energy on the ultimate 135. 135. Yep. So I don't know. With only 12 might be still low. You might still need to use the energy recharge rope on the rope, energy recharge. But yeah, so in today's video, I wanted to talk about like how I'm gonna build my Fish One, more or less the option that we have for everybody that wants to pull for Fish One. Now, granted, I have enough to guaranteed Fish One, but I also want to pull for Jing Liu coming right after, sadly, because if we go by drip marketing on Twitter, oh my god, Jing Liu is coming first, and then Topaz. So I can't really go all out on a Fish One like I would like to. So I need to be careful. We'll see if I want to pull for the light cone after I pull for the character, of course. And you don't need her light cone, but looking at it, it's looking really strong, and it also adds more HP scaling that you don't have because you need to use speed boots. We're gonna look at that in a second, and then so you're gonna get back some HP scaling, HP percentage from the light cone, and also is gonna apply some weird effect that regenerates HP every wave. I mean, it says wave, right? So it's not the turn. I don't know if what's a wave? It's wave the turn, because like a cycle is a cycle, right? After everybody attacks, the cycle ends and we start over. But what the fuck is a wave? Oh, it's a wave. It's a wave. A turn. I'm assuming it's a turn, right? Otherwise, they would have said cycle because that's the nomenclature that we use. But let's get into it. So, how I'm gonna build my Fish One? Again, I'm not a theory crafter, but I just went to the data bank, right? If you go to the data bank and relics, that's what I'm gonna do. And also I'll explain why I'm not using Night of Purity, because that could be an option that you might think of, and I will explain why I'm not going for it. So what I'm gonna do is 2 pieces of this Longevous Disciple, 2 pieces, and 2 pieces of Withering Snow. Now, why am I going Withering Snow? You know why I'm going Disciple, because it's 12% max HP. That's fine. And then we get the second double, the second pair from Withering Snow. That gives us reduced damage taken by 8%. Now, why am I going this instead of Night of Purity? Because I believe that like this is just defense, right? While Withering Snow, it's damage taken. Damage taken is global. It encompasses everything that has to do with you taking damage. It might be elemental damage, it might be like any type of damage, right? And it's more global. The benefit is global for your character. While on defense percentage means that it's a percentage that goes and takes the flat defense that you have on your character. So since since Fish 1 doesn't scale with defense but HP, we're not going to have pieces that have flat defense of really, really high base defense that we can go with and use this for. Therefore, I believe this one is going to be less impactful than the other one, even though it's 6%, which is not even that much if you think about it. It's 6% higher than the global reduced damage taken, but I feel like this would have less impact on Fish 1 compared to a character that scales with defense that always has a lot of defense. The more defense you have, that's why you go with this one, because like even for the two pieces, because that way the percentage will be influencing way more your defense, and it would be way more beneficial for you. It's not for Fish 1 though. So that's what I'm going for. I'm farming at the moment. I'm almost done. I need just the boots. Now, what substats am I going for? Stats and substats. I'll show you in a second, but for either Woodening Snow, depending on how you decide to do which two pieces you want to go for. In my case, I happen to have helmet and hands of this set really, really good. And so now I'm farming the Woodening Snow, hoping to get a body and feet that with the right stats. Now, when it comes to feet, why do you want to go for speed? You don't necessarily have to go for speed, but if you do, why you go for speed, main stat, you go for speed because on the Planar Ornaments combo, you go with Fleet of the Ageless, right? Fleet of the Ageless increases the wearer max HP by 12%. Okay, good. But then when the wearer's speed reaches 120 or higher, all allies attack increases by 8%. So now, if you want to have this second line bonus applied to your team, so it's an 8% for every single of your characters, which is kind of big, but it's not like deal breaker. So it depends on how you want, how crazy you wanna build your Fish 1 defense. I mean, not defense, like her performance, her character. So that way, what you want to do is, if you go with speed boots, that means that this will be triggered, not this, the other one. Fleet of the Ageless will be triggered, and you will have the 8 attack. If you don't give a fuck about the attack, but you want to have insane HP scaling for her skills and passives and ultimate and stuff like that, right? If you want to do full HP for another type of gameplay, then you could do that. But I feel like the global choice, the most common choice would be to have speed boots. That way we can benefit from the allies 8% attack increase. Now, if you have other characters that maybe don't really scale with attack, but they scale like Blade, let's say, they scale with other stuff. They don't. Their damage comes not from attack but from something else. Then maybe you can ditch the speed boots and go for HP percentage. That would be more make a little bit more sense. But going back, so I made my Trailblazer, which I'm not using because I'm using Gepard at the moment, right? So I made my Trailblazer simulate Fish 1. Now she has different stats. I just put it, she doesn't simulate anything. She just has the items that I have. Now, what I'm going for, main stat on this, of course, is HP, but I'm also going, like, my concept is, I want Fish 1 to never get CC'd, to have a fuck ton of HP, to have a lot of defense, where I can have it, where I can get it on the substats, because it's we're beginning to request a lot here. So what I'm looking for is defense percentage, so this is kind of a fail, HP percentage, effector S, right? So that's really nice. This is a really good piece. That's why it's 15. Sadly, it's defense, it's percentage, so whatever. It would be nice to have perfect stats would be defense percentage, HP percentage, attack, effector S. Something like that. Or attack. Yeah, I feel like that would be the best. So you can do also a little bit of damage with her when you do your ult and stuff like that. And your basic attack. Okay, then we go to the hands. The hands is attack, of course. And then when going with the same concept, I got a gazillion defense here. I don't know why, but that's still good because it's double HP defense percentage. So I wanted to have a little bit more of HP rolls. Sadly, it went all in defense. So I'm gonna have to hope, in my case, I'm gonna have to hope to get some flat defense somewhere to increase the effectiveness of this 21%. Otherwise, it's kind of hard. Let's go back 1 second. It's kind of hard to make this 21 count if I have 0 defense, right? So her defense is going to be 606, right? Her defense is going to be 606, which means that the more I have, the more this 21% is gonna help. So that's the concept. So this one is kind of a bad roll, let's be honest, because she doesn't scale with defense. It would have been way better to have like a 20% HP roll here. So that's kind of a bummer, but there's nothing we can do at the moment. There you go. Now HP percentage on the chest piece, that's pretty much obvious, right? And then we have a little bit of you can't roll. I'm sure you know you can't roll the same main stat again on the substats. The only thing that I could roll here would be flat HP, which I didn't get. But it's still fine. We got some flat defense, attack, defense, effective hit rate. If this was HP, if this was like HP flat or HP flat, but it would be perfect. But I feel like this is really good as well. Now, effect hit rate is useless. It would be better to have effect res, so that way we have a little bit more resilience from crowd control, right? And then this. Now, this is when I was still debating whether I wanted the HP or speed. Now that I think about it, it's probably better to have speed so you don't miss out on the 8% from Fleet of the Ageless Planner combo. But that way we lose a lot of HP, because this would be what, like 30%, 40% HP. We lose a lot of HP. So I want to check like how easy it is to survive with XUAN with speed boots. I'm gonna go with speed, and at the same time I'm gonna keep like this item. I'm gonna like level it up and go with this. Leave it to the side, and whenever I'm fighting, right? Whenever I'm fighting, I'm gonna decide. Oh, okay, she's kind of squishy. Let's try with HP. I'll do some like testing with like HP if it's like if the 8% is not that big of a deal, because if your DPSs are cracked, you could ignore the 8% and go full HP, like gazillionaire HP. So this is it. We got the effect rest, good. We didn't get any defense. It's kind of bad, but it is what it is. I farmed a lot and I didn't get anything. So we got some speed here. This one could be nice. Sadly, no percentages, which is kind of cringe. So that's why it's not even locked. Usually I lock the ones that have potential. Defense, we don't need it. Attack, we don't need it. Speed, it's not percentage. You could roll it, but it's effect hit rate. It should be res. We don't need break effect. It doesn't have any attack. It doesn't have any effect, any defense, and no percentage. HP is flat. So this is like kind of a dog shit one. Another speed, the defense, attack. It's kind of dog shit. And then we have this one, still dog shit. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of time to farm, so that's not that big of a deal. But I do want to have a decent speed pair of boots. Let's move on into the planner. Okay, so now on the planner you go HP, of course. I personally want to go as high HP as possible, and otherwise you could go quantum damage if you want, but I don't know, that would probably require like a niche build with a lot of attack rolls everywhere, right? To have a little bit of more of damage. But I feel like you need, if we're doing HP, we're doing HP. If we're doing HP, we're doing HP, right? So HP planner, and okay, this one is kind of whatever. I would rather get a new one. Now this week I didn't do my simulated universe yet. I mean, today is Monday, right? So I'm gonna do it. Hopefully we'll get some HP sphere with like decent rolls. That's why this is 0, because it's really bad. Besides the main stat, the others are like useless to me. Yeah, like it's not even res. Okay, and then on this one, I feel like if you want to go for, wait, let me check. I'm pretty sure I have, yeah, okay, so at plus 15, it's 19.4% energy regeneration rate. Now, if you happen to get the the signature light cone, you're gonna be 8.4 percentage short. No, 7.4% short compared to an energy regeneration rate rope. So that's probably like another, like it might not be a big of a deal. So that way, if it's good enough, and if you can get back your ult really quickly enough, even with even with like 12%, which is what the Lightcone gives you, it will still be probably fine, right? If 12 is enough, that way you have you can change this into something else. I believe, I don't know what can you get on this one. Can you get HP? Maybe break effect. Can you get HP on the rope? Yeah, you can. Okay, you could go HP on the rope as well if you have a Lightcone. I don't know how big of a deal it is, like that 7%. How, like, if it might, because the XUAN ultimate has 135 energy. That's a lot. So we might need to keep the energy recharge rope, sadly, likely. Now let's move on and let's talk finally about the Lightcone. Now this is not the one that I'm gonna use, of course. On the Lightcone, what I'm gonna do is, if I'm unlucky on XUAN pulse and I lose the 50-50, or if I win the 50-50 but I go to hard pity, stuff like that, if it's like really bad, then I won't get the Lightcone, and I will go with on the Hertha store, I'm gonna go with this one, Texture of Memories. Now what does this do? Texture, like, also, if you never spent much on if you never bought the passes and you only bought this one, the Hunt Lightcone from the past for your free-to-play seller, that's what I did. Now you should have enough to buy this, and with the upcoming weeks, we should be able, because you get two every week, like, right? So we should be able to S5 this Lightcone. So at the moment I can't, but like it's gonna be, I can S1, I can S2 now, right? S3 next week, S4 the week after, and then the week after that, we're gonna S5, which is like basically XUAN release. So you're gonna be able to S5 this without any troubles. Just do it, simulate the universe every week. Now, so we can look at the max level. That's why I was talking about that, because we can look now at the Superimposition 5 for the Texture of Memories. This one gives us more effect res, which is good. So that way, you like, let's see. Let's see after. You can get some effect res, 16% effect res, and if the wearer attacked has no shield, which we don't, they gain a shield equal to 32% of their max HP for 2 turns. Now, if we have a 7,000 HP, can I check it? Calculation. If we have a 7,000 HP XUAN, it could be even higher. I don't know though. It depends on what we're using for relics and stuff like that. 7,000 times 0.32. So we would get a 2.2 thousand shield for 2 turns. This effect can only be triggered once every 3 turns. If the wearer has a shield when attacked, the damage they receive is decreased by 24%. Now this one, it's a really nice option if you happen to not have enough or don't want to spend too many jades or pulls for her Lightcone. This is a really nice option, because first of all, you get a lot of energy rest, 16% plus whatever is the total that you manage to get on your relic substats, right? So 16 plus whatever you manage to get, then you get attacked and you have a shield for 2 turns. Now, 32% of their max HP, of course, scales with HP, so it's gonna be a huge shield. Now, you know how XUAN mitigates the damage and the team receives, right? She takes, I believe, 68%. I keep forgetting. It might be 68. I don't know. Let's say 60. It doesn't matter for what I'm trying to say. So you take 60% of everybody else damage as well as you damage that you took if it's an AoE, right? So having a 2.2k if you have 7,000 HP, 2.2 thousand HP shield, right? It's gonna be useful to mitigate those hits. So it gives you more time to build up your ult and to refresh if you already use the HP reversal, right? If let's say you drop down 50%, you use the HP reversal, now you don't have it anymore. You need to do the ult to refresh it. So now you get hit, you gain the shield. Now you can tank for free 2,200 damage from everybody, which is a lot. It's not like we're getting a 2k damage constantly, right? AoE, right? Even if we do, you can tank it for 2 turns, and that way you probably gonna have enough time, and when the shield runs out, you have the ult again. You trigger the ult, and now you can HP reversal again. So this is also when you have the shield up and they attack you, you take 24% less damage. And the dog there agrees with me. It's like making sure that I say this. So this Lightcone is really good for the free-to-play perspective. Like let's say you got XUAN, you got a lucky, you don't want to, or you got lucky, but you just don't want to get the Lightcone because there are other options like this. So you should pay attention to the free-to-play options and do not underestimate the power of those, because they could sometimes, like in this case, they're really powerful, and you don't need to spend a potential like 80 pulls if you failed at 2575, which is unlucky, but it could happen. So do not underestimate it, because you could fail. Like if you don't want to get the Lightcones, that's perfectly fine. Everybody, like most people do that. You really don't need a Lightcone. That said, if you do get it, that's gonna like increase your power like tremendously. But again, this one is almost as good, is not, but it's almost as good from another gameplay point of view, from like not dying until you have your ult again after you use you depleted your HP reversal, right? So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do for my XUAN. I'm gonna pull for her, and then depending on how lucky I am or unlucky with the pulls, I'm gonna decide if I want to get the Lightcone or not. Of course, I'm gonna make a video about it so you can enjoy that whenever I post it. We're gonna have to wait a little bit now because like that cooldown is coming first, so we're gonna have to wait 20 days. Stay strong, and until we get the XUAN that we want. The door is slamming, the house is falling apart, so I'm gonna have to wrap it up. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please leave a like. If you have anything to say that I might have forgotten, please leave a comment. And if you would like to see more of this or of other games, or other games that I might try, by the way, because I'm about to release like 2 videos about 2 new games that I'm about to play. And if you want to see this or more, like I was saying, subscribe, because it helps a lot, and that way you don't miss anything that I post. Like it could be some crazy shit that you like turning around and you don't see it because you didn't subscribe. So yeah, thank you for watching, and see you next time.